Good evening, everybody. How is everybody out there in Facebook land tonight? So my name is Julia Green. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I go live on Friday evenings and sometimes Friday afternoons, depending on my work schedule. Work schedule is pretty crazy these days, so I'm trying to work around it. And I love coming on here and sharing fun ideas with you guys. So I appreciate you being flexible, and because today was supposed to be a 4 o'clock. And instead I pushed it to 7. So if you're out there, say hi, so I don't think I'm talking to myself. So as you guys know, let's see, I have some graphics for you. As you guys know, the last chance product list went up this week. Everybody's, been shopping because there's some stuff that's up to 60% off on that list. I have always told you guys the easiest way for me to explain for you guys to do it in order for me to keep track of what's already sold out, what hasn't sold out, all that fun stuff, is to just go ahead into my website, do like you're doing in order, put your, go through, search out your things. The search engines now on the website are so easy. You can just plug in whatever you're looking for, and it's going to tell you whether it's available or not. So, and if you want to buy it, you just click on it. It puts it in your cart. You can get your card at the end and all that fun stuff. So that's my suggestion to you if you're still looking to shop some things that are leaving our old catalog, because that catalog will be done at the end of the month. Well, actually, yeah, it'll be done at the end of the month. New catalog starts the first week of May. And same thing with the mini catalog. That will also be going till the end of the month. And some of those things have already gone over to be online exclusives. So that's always another place to check. So, and there's some new things on the online exclusives as well. So lots of shopping opportunities. Just you have to be a little bit flexible. And I always get a little bit stressed around this time too, because, I have to say goodbye to some of my beautiful stamps, although I don't say goodbye to all of them. Some of them go into my collection. But anyway, so one of the things that I'm going to show you tonight is a fun fold. So no matter what stamp set you're using, no matter what suite you're using or whatever, these fun folds have become really, really fun. I guess is the word I'm looking for. And you can use them with anything. So if anything that I'm showing you tonight is not available, or has been discontinued or anything like that, it's not a big deal, because you can always substitute it with something else, and you can make it your own. So the card that we're making tonight is called a Cascading Pleats card. Okay, now this is some old Sahara sand paper, and this is what I've done. I've started a little file box with some of these fun folds in them, and what I've done is I've writ the directions right on my little sample here. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Linda. Hi, Patricia. And I've done the directions right on here, the measurements right on here. And so this way here, when I want to make one, I can just go in my little file folder over there and grab one out. This one here, I have a little paper clip holding it together. But anyway, so, and I was all impressed with myself when I made this one, and then realized that I wrote the directions upside down, but that's okay, because it's just my template. So this is called Cascading Pleats. You are going to need a 4 1/4 by 9 1/2 piece of cardstock. You are going to score that on the long way at 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 7 1/2, and 8 1/2. You're going to then turn it the short way and score at 3/4 of an inch to the 3-inch mark, which I'm going to show you. The 1 1/2, you're going to score at 1 1/2 inches to the 1-inch mark, which I'm going to show you. Then you're going to cut out panel number 1 is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And panel number 2 is 2 3/4 by 4. And then you're going to see you can just cut out whatever you want. And it is going to, you can just go and decorate it from there. So very similar to a lot of times my mystery card nights have been, same thing. So I have, like I said, I have a little file over here. I'm trying to be organized. I wasn't organized in the beginning, but I'm trying to be very organized now by keeping these all in there. So when I'm looking for something fun or different to do, I just go over to my little fun fold box there, go through and pick out one that I want. And I probably will put the name of this one out on the front too, so that I know what it is. So that's my template. So here's my sample, okay? And you'll see that once you're done, this sits up kind of cute, all right? Here's the front of my card, all right? This is going to be a Happy Mother's Day card because I needed to post a Mother's Day card to the Happy To Be Stampers team before the meeting tomorrow. So I went with Happy Mother's Day. Plus it was in the stamp set. And then you see the second panel. I've decorated it. You are loved beyond measure. And then on my third panel, I made a spot where you could write a little personal message, okay? So when it's all said and done, it looks like this, okay? And then, like I said, it stands up really pretty, and you get to see all 3 layers of it when it's standing up. So let's see if I can kind of turn it that way. And you can see when it's standing up, you can kind of see all 3 layers. So let's go ahead and make one. So I've grabbed some stuff. We're going to be using the Painted Lavender stamp set, both of them actually, the Painted Lavender and the Perennial Postage. We're also using the Thoughtful Expression dies, which I know these are leaving. I really like these a lot. The postage dies are staying, but the stamp set is not. So, all right, so let's put my goodies that I've cut out to decorate with right over here. Let's just put that there because we're going to need the cutter. And I'll show you how to make that base piece pretty relatively easy. Okay, so now the long way, you're going to need your cutter opened up nice like this, okay? You're going to come in at 5.5. You're going to grab that scoring blade and you're going to score. 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5. All right. Now you're going to turn it this way. Let's close this up so you can get it on the screen a little bit better. And now you have those score marks, okay? So you're going to go at 3/4 of an inch. All right. Again, with the scoring blade, and you're going to come down to the 3-inch mark, which is technically your third score mark down in. Okay, and just score that. Then you're going to slide it over to 1.5 inches. I'm using this side of my cutter. And again, bring that up to the top, lay that nice and flat, and you're going to bring it down to the 1 inch, which is your first score mark. Okay, and now you're ready to do some cutting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do an accordion fold with our score marks, just like that. And actually I wanted it to go this way, which is fine because I want it to be nice and scored. I'm going to come in with my bone folder. And I like to score this because then I can really see where I'm cutting, okay? And you're going to grab your snips. Hi, Kelly. And you're going to come in on that first score mark, or that second score mark technically down here, all right? That one that you just went in 1 inch. And you're going to go cut there, all right, like that. Then you're going to cut it in a diagonal from this point to that corner up there. Then you're going to go straight across at your score mark. And then you're going to go diagonal just like you did before. And so basically you're making like what I consider to be like kind of like stairs. This is a scrap piece. We're going to get rid of that. And there you go. There's our little binding on the side. And like I said in my comments to this video, it kind of reminds me of like making kind of like a little book or a little journal, which I think is kind of neat. Now, the other pieces that we had here, all right, panel number 1. And I've gone with Highland. So this is Gorgeous Grape. And then I went with Highland Heather as my panels. And I'll show you why I like to do different colors. 4 3/4 by 3.5. So this panel is going to go right in here. And it lines right up on that straight edge right there. And then this panel number 2 is 4 by 2 3/4. And you're going to bring that in there. And the reason I like to do the different colors is because I like this to show. on the sides, okay? I've grabbed a piece of, we're using that beautiful paper, the lavender paper, okay? And I've cut, this is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to put that in the back. And so see, again, it really highlights that gorgeous grape, which I really like. I like the way that looks. If you don't like the way that looks and you want it to all kind of blend in, then you're going to use all the same color. So like I said, once you make the base of these, the decorating possibilities, just, you can go kind of crazy. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put this layer down. Just like that. Now I have this piece of DSP, and I was using up scraps of pieces of the DSP in there, so I was just going with different colors. So I'm going to end up putting this over here at the end. So I'm going to put this little strip down first. And we're going to put that right over here. All right, and then we're going to put this piece and butt that piece right up to it. And like I said, I had all these little scraps in my bucket, so I was just trying to use up some scraps. So there's that layer, okay? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that right like that. So we're going to lay this out flat. We're going to put 2 strips. Now, you could use tear and tape or liquid glue here, because this is, I usually say any cards that have some movement to them, you kind of want to use a really good adhesive, because, you know, you don't want the card to fall apart. And this is one that's going to be standing up. So again, but I use Stamp and Seal Plus, so I feel that that's pretty much a good gig. All right. Then I have this piece, which I'm going to put on the front of here. And this is going to be my front panel. And I called this panel number 2. And again, we're going to put this right on here. And if it's easier, lay it out flat to line up your panels. There you go. Just like that. Okay, so now we have our first part of our decorating. Now, this is same as panel number 2. This is a 4 by 2 3/4. And this fits perfectly back here in the center. Okay. I am going to stamp on that, so I'm going to wait until I stamp on it before I mount it. So let's see what I got here. So where'd my stamps go? So I'm going to do Happy Mother's Day. And on this one, I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape to stamp Happy Mother's Day. I'll stamp that right in the... Actually, I'm going to bring it over to one side. I'll show you why. We're going to layer that. We're going to layer that right onto the Gorgeous Grape layer that I've gone ahead and cut out ahead of time. All right, and we're going to put that right on there. Whoops. We're going to put this right in the middle of here. Now, I'm going to grab my liquid glue. Oops, I didn't want that up at the end. Darn it. And I'll show you why. Let's see if I can wipe that off. So I'm going to put this on here like this. So I didn't want any glue up there on the end. And then I'm going to put this one right over top. Put this one right over top. Just like that. All right, now I need, this is our linen thread. And this was the end of a spool, so I just left the piece here. But I like to double this sometimes. So I am doing it double. Rabbit ears right over left. And then I'm gonna bring it in. This one you have to cut the loop. Grab a glue dot. Hey, Miss Naomi. Yeah, Kelly, I love this purple set too. So, I am planning on doing a fundraiser for Alzheimer's. I'm working on trying to get a location, and we're going to be making all kinds of purple cards that day because the Alzheimer's color is purple. So we're going to be doing that. All right, now on this one, I didn't stamp my butterflies because I did my Happy Mother's Day over to one side. But I am going to put a butterfly in on this one, and I have some of those right here. And I think I like this really big one. But I want to be able to get it in where you don't see it from the outside panel. So I think that'll work, just like that. All right, so we're going to use that. Again, I don't know if these are available anymore. I'm pretty sure they were being discontinued. I didn't even go look to see what was available and what wasn't. It changes minute by minute, so it's so hard to keep track. You could go on and look, and then 2 minutes later it's gone. So, like I said, that was why I'm focusing on some fun folds, because then it doesn't really matter. No, we want to come down just a little bit more, because I don't want my butterfly to seep there. We don't see him. And then on this layer, now that I have glue all over my fingers and it's sticking everywhere, I am going to grab the Highland Heather, and I'm going to stamp the little butterflies up here in the corner. And then I'm going to take the Gorgeous Grape and stamp the flower image down here. Whoops. Didn't look like it had a lot of ink on it. And there we go. Just like that. And of course I got glue on my fingers, not sticking to everything. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll mount this in there. And like I said, this layer, this piece, the same as panel 2, which is the 2 3/4 by 4. And if you put that right in the center of this back, it gets covered up, so you don't see it from the front. Okay, now I've got some of the fun little gems here, and I'm just going to go ahead and decorate. So I'm going to put one on there. I think I'm going to put a little one on the butterfly. Whoops. Now, because this card has a lot of bulk in the front, you might want to eliminate some of these fun little gems and stuff, because if you're going to be mailing it. So kind of keep that in mind on your layers. I don't know how true this is, and I've never checked this, and I probably should check it with the post office before I go advertising this, but they say on your cutter that if your card fits through the plastic part on your cutter here, you'll have no problem. But I was watching a video the other day, and there is a thing that you can buy, probably on Amazon, that you can do that to measure, to make sure that you don't have to add extra postage or something. So, oh, the butterflies are carrying over. Thanks, Sandy. The other thing is, the other night I said this paper was discontinuing, and this paper is actually carrying over too. You guys who haven't seen the new catalog, and if you need a new catalog, let me know. If you need a new catalog, I will get one to you. Naomi, I have one sitting right over there on my desk with your name on it. So if you need a new catalog, let me know. If you don't have a demonstrator that you already work with, I'd be happy to get you a catalog. Hazel, I have one for you as well, sitting over there on my desk with your name on it. The catalog is set up a lot differently this time. So it's hard to see what is carrying over and what isn't carrying over by looking at the catalog. You'll see that once you get the catalog. Catalogs are not as big as they used to be either. There's quite a few less pages, but that's because there's going to be a lot more stuff online. So just keep those things in mind. So here's my cascading card, the sample I just made. Oh, let's get rid of my little graphic there. And then let's make another one using, and this is what I mean about having having the measurements, and then you can just go kind of crazy and decorate them however you want. So this one we're going to use Latte Love. Okay, this is an online exclusive. This stamp set dies, all that stuff is online. And let's see what I have here. So let me see. Whoa. I want the bling that goes with these too. There's the bling. So just had to revamp here for a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead. So this one I've already gone ahead, and don't have no fear because I'm going to do another one, and I'll show you how to do this part over here. But I've already gone ahead and done all of this one, so we're just going to go ahead and decorate. Okay, so I'm using Early Espresso as my card base. That's the 9.5 by 4 1/4. I've gone ahead and scored it, cut it, made my little steps all set over there. I'm going to use this, what looks like coffee splatters on the back. So we're just going to go ahead and put this one on here. Alrighty. Now I have my, what I call panel number 1. And this is panel number 1. And panel number 1 is the 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay. And then I have this piece of DSP. If you know a coffee drinker, and I work with a lot of girls who drink coffee. I have my 1 cup of coffee a day. But because I work the night shift, I work with a lot of coffee drinkers. A lot of coffee drinkers and a lot of soda drinkers. And I'm not saying it's either one is bad. Because I am a soda drinker. I don't drink nearly as much soda as I used to. I tried to cut it out because it's, obviously probably not one of the most healthiest beverages you can drink. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I almost put that on backwards. We're going to go ahead and put this one on this layer. Just like that. Okay, and then we have this front one. I have all my other little pieces here that I've cut out. And this one is the coffee beans. And we're going to go ahead and put that on the front here. I love this plaid that's on the back of this paper. I love the combination of this color and this paper. I don't know, for some reason it just makes me happy. But that's why I've always loved Stampin' Up, because they come out with all these color combinations that I would have probably never put together on my own. So one of the many reasons I love Stampin' Up. So if you guys saw my post the other day about crafting and how crafting, for me, this week has been a crazy week. And I enjoyed so much coming up here this afternoon and coming up with these cards for you guys, because it just makes me happy. It relaxes me, the whole 9 yards. All right, so hello there. Let's catch up. I'm going to grab that. We're going to put that on a block. I bought one of those measuring sticks from Country Hive, and I don't believe it. It's really wide. Like more than 1/8 of an inch. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would probably maybe check with the post office, but it is, a lot of times if I go to the post office and, the girls are always in there. I mean, they only close for an hour at lunchtime. But a lot of times if they're in there, before I throw like one in the outgoing mail, I'll go in and have them measure it with their little measuring thing. And just to make sure, because I want people to get the cards. So I want to make sure they're going to get them. So, and if it needs extra postage, then I give the girls the money and we put extra postage on there. All right, so now we're going to do hello there, let's catch up. We're just going to put that right across the front there. So this is pecan pie. I think this color is in the paper. That's usually how I, pick my colors, is that I go by what's in the paper. So I did, that went crooked just as I went to set it down. Okay, now my little inside piece, I've decided to do pecan pie. Okay, and this is that 2 3/4 by 4. So let's just go ahead and, well, you know what? I'm going to stamp on that. So let's hold off on that. So I want the coffee splatter, which is in here. All right. So I'm going to put the little coffee splatter, one down here. I guess that's it for right now. All right, so let's go ahead and put that in there. Can you tell I'm not following a sample? The sample's in my head, which is pretty scary. So, all right, let's go ahead and put this right in the middle, just like that. Now, let me see if I got, okay, so now on the front, let's start with the front. I have a couple of coffee cups to put on my here, and let's grab some dimensionals, because I didn't use dimensionals on the other one. So let's do dimensionals. I love, love, love these little stinking coffee cups. They are just so cute. This brings, I've told you guys this before, brings me back to my paper doll days, and I loved playing with paper dolls. It was a real lot of fun. Oh, my little coffee didn't stay on there. He's rolling around. Let's see. I guess I didn't put enough little glue on there, so let's just put another little dab of glue. These little tiny coffee things, so it looks like the cup has coffee in it, are so tiny. And tweezers would be handy, but I never think to grab my tweezers. I'm looking right at them, but I never think to grab them. All right, so whoop, covering up my H. Oh, let's bring this down a little bit. All right, there we go. So there's my hello there. Now I made the little coffee carafe thing to go on the inside layer. And I was very excited because once I put it together, it was lower than the paper. Because I want it to be a surprise when you open the card, okay? And then I took this little coffee guy, so let's grab another dimensional. And we're gonna pop him up, and he's gonna go right there next to the coffee. Very cute, okay? And then we have this one back here. And so for this one, I grabbed the spoon, and I'm gonna do a coffee cup. So let's go ahead and put the coffee cup down. And I cut out the spoon. I'll put a little glue on the back of that guy. Just like that. And my other little coffee cup I think I'm going to put up there. I have him, so we're going to use him. I made him, so we're going to use him. And actually, yeah. Actually, let's do him. No, that looks weird. All right, let's go ahead and put him up there. All right, now, I love this. This one's on me. I just thought that would be really cute. And then you could, write in there a little date to go have a little coffee date. So if that's something that you're interested in, you'd like to grab a cup of coffee, I could always do a cup of tea or something, and I would love to bring some cards, and we could sit and make some cards. That would be something that we could do. We're going to do, this one's on me right down here. How cute is that? This one's on me. So then I could put the date and the time of when we could catch up and have some coffee. But there's that one. So again, and it will stand up so they could put it on their desk. And remember that they have a coffee date with me. All right. Okay. So now, oh, and then I have these, which, like I said, I'm not sure if these are going to fit through the mail very well because they do pop up quite a bit. So let's do that one there. I'm going to do this coffee colored one in there. And then this one here has the lighter one. We're going to put that one over there. So there you go. And I actually could do more than 3 on these because I earned these free at the last team meeting for Hoppy Tooby Stampers. So when they're free, use more than 3. That's my motto. And they were free. All right. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, now this last one, we're going to use the B paper that is in the mini catalog. And I'm not sure on this one either, but I think the stamp set is staying. The stamp set and the punch are staying, but not necessarily the paper. So I have all my pieces and parts cut out here. Let's go ahead. Linda is prepping for tomorrow's meeting. How exciting. All right, so this is my 9.5 by 4 1/4 piece of paper. Let's bring out my long arm here because I need my long arm. All right, so I am going to score this at, we're going to score this at 5.5. So let's get the cutter up out of the way. 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5. Okay, we're going to turn it this way. You're going to go in at 3/4 of an inch. Again, bring your score blade up. Let's close this up because I can bring it over in the center of the screen more. Okay, 3/4 of an inch. We're going to go down to the 3rd score line, which is 3 inches. Okay, then we're going to go over to 1.5 inches, which when you're using this side of the cutter is all the way right over to the brown edge. Okay, and we're going to come down to the 1 inch line or to that 1st score line. Okay, now I like to go ahead and accordion fold these and give them each one. What did I do with my bone folder? I just had it here. All right, give each one of these a little fold. Whoops. And then fold this over. All right, just like that. Now you're going to come in with your snips. And on that one that you only went into 1 inch, you're just going to cut into your fold. Then you're going to cut on the diagonal up to the other fold. Straight across on that fold. And then a diagonal across that one. Okay? Scrap. And then there you go. You've got your cascading fold. Okay? Now on this one, I decided to use these cute little bee paper on the back side here. So let's just go right ahead and put that on there. Now this was technically, I think, supposed to be like a Valentine set, but I'm using this one as an anniversary card. And you'll see how that comes together. Now, my first panel is the 4 3/4 by 3.5. Okay. And then I've grabbed this piece of DSP, which is going to be just 1/4 of an inch smaller. So we've done, so that would be what? 4.5 by 3 1/4. There's those cute little bees again on the other side. This bee paper was very cute. I also am using Sweet Sorbet, which is one of our outgoing colors. So let's go ahead and we're going to put that on this panel here. And we're just going to lay this right down on there. just like that. We're going to bring this one over. So this is my number 2 panel, 2 3/4 by 4 inches. So then this is 3 3/4 by 2.5. We're going to go ahead and put that on here. Oops, let's do this on here. And I don't have to worry about getting it over too far. All right, hi Chels. And this is gonna lay right on top of there. Whoa! All right, when all else fails, bring it out like this. So you can really line it up good. All right, so there we go. Now we're just gonna decorate. Okay, so this is one of the circles from the Stylish Shapes, which I believe are staying. This is the Deckled Circles, which is also, I believe, an online. All right, I got some black ink here. I got my stamp set. Whoops. All right, so you'll always be the one for me are the words that I want to use. Layer that right on here. And then we're going to put that right on here. And I'm going to bring it, do I want to? Yeah, let's bring it over to that side. I like that. Now let's make a bee here. Grab my punch. Grab those, save those, I might use them. All right. I want a heart shaped with the vellum, because that's how I like to make his wings. All right, now we need, so we're gonna put that on for his wings. We need the face, and I like the little face where he's winking. I just think it's stinking cute. So let's put a little face on there. That's the little winking one. You'll always be the one for me. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. All right, so let's go ahead and put him right here. We're just gonna lay him flat. Now I'm gonna grab the little embellishments that went with this guy, and I'm going to use the little yellow heart to attach my vellum wings. So I'm going to put the vellum wings right there and then attach with the little yellow heart, maybe, if I can get it to go the way I want it to go. I like that. Perfect. Whoops. I guess we didn't get enough, so we got it too far up on the vellum. So let's just grab a little dot of liquid glue, or we could grab a glue dot, one or the other. I just happen to have the liquid glue right there. So let's just go ahead and put that down like that. And I think with the liquid glue it won't show either. So vellum dot would have worked the same thing. It's because you don't want it to show through the vellum. Okay, now, you'll always be the one for me. Oh, you know what we didn't cut out was a piece for the back here to write on. And I like this saying, "You're sweeter than honey." And will that fit here? It does. Perfect. Okay, so let's grab "You're as sweet as honey. You'll always be the one for me." You're as sweet as honey. And see, I usually stamp these things before I put them together because A, it's easier to stamp that way. I don't know what I was thinking. And B, then if you make a boo-boo, you are all set. You don't have to. Luckily, I did not make a boo-boo. So, all right. Now, I've grabbed the paper and I'm going to cut out a couple of these little jars of honey. To embellishment that middle page. And then I gotta grab a white piece to put on the back page so that you have a place to write a personal message. So let's do the little jar of honey right there with a glue dot or with a dimensional. Just like that. So you could write in there too as well. I actually think I'll leave it like that because you could write your little personal note in that middle one instead of on the back one this time. And then let's put some of these, let's use up some more of these little embellishment guys here. So I'm going to use, how about the little flowers? Let's do a flower up there. And whoop, got stuck on my jar of honey. How's that? Cute, cute, cute. And I think I'm going to use this little heart in the center of the red heart on my jar of honey. Just like that. All right, so there you go. So there you have it. You're as sweet as honey. You'll always be the one for me. You're as sweet as honey, and you could write your little personal note in there, and then the back page is just decoration. Or you can put a thing in the middle like we did on the other one so that you have a place to write. Up to you. Like I said, once you get these guys going, it's just, you know, kind of fun to get on the decoration wagon. So on this one, I kind of have the honey sticking out over here, which I don't really like. So I'm probably going to move that and put the honey over there if I can get these off. Yeah, look at that. They're coming off. Right. And again, it's just a personal thing for me to have it over here. I did rip the paper a little bit, so I am going to put, I'm going to cut one of these other little jars of honey out to cover up my boo-boo. Let's put a little glue on there. There. Well, it's going to stick out a little bit. Not much, though. All right, so there's my B one, which I thought was really cute. And like I said, this would make a cute little anniversary card. So we have the B one. We have our fun Mother's Day one done with the lavender. And then we have our coffee. just like that. All right, guys, so there you have it. So Paper Pumpkin monthly subscription, what we have going on right now is going to be this Father's Day one, the best there is. This goes from April 11th until May 10th, so you're going to want to, if you want to sign up for a subscription. Paper Pumpkin subscriptions did go up, though, so just keep that in mind. They are a little bit more expensive. I want to say they went up $2, but don't hold me to that. There is also, there's also an add-on, and there's the number for the add-on if you need the number for the add-on. This goes with all 3 months, so that is, it was April's, which was the butterflies. And then May is this one, and then June is this one. And that in the June one, it features the 24, 26 in colors, which there's the in colors. They're very fun, very pastel-y looking. And that peach pie is Pantone's peach, almost to the letter. So some fun kits have gone online, so always be checking that online store. And my monthly card class, virtual card class, which will be held on the 24th, which I will be shipping out next week. So you have till tomorrow, or you have till Sunday to let me know that you're going to sign up for that. It's $30. You get the kit in the mail. We meet on Zoom. This time around, you're going to be making 5 masculine cards using the trusty tool set. And you don't necessarily have to have the stamp set. If you don't have the stamp set, you can use one that you have. That has, dad or masculine salutations in it. Sure, Naomi, I'll add that to my next order. The add-on. Sure. And I think that's everything. So, all right, guys, I'll bring you back so you can see my 3. So this one is called Cascading Pleats, okay? And like I said, I've made my little templates that I'm going to put in my little file over there. So that might be something that you might want to start doing, is make yourself some little templates to keep them all kind of in one place. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully I've inspired you and enjoyed my little card making presentation tonight. And hopefully we'll all be stamping together soon. So thank you so much for watching. Where's my thing? Thank you for watching. Whoops. Thank you for watching. And hopefully we'll all be stamping together soon. Stop back Sunday morning, coffee and a card, 8:30 Sunday mornings. All right, guys, have a great night.